You are not in a room. You are in the hollow at the heart of the spire. And the hollow is not empty. It is full of the sound of distant chimes, chimes made of wind and wire, stretched so thin they hum at 432 hertz. The sound curls around you like smoke, not choking, but clearing. Each breath you take is deeper than the last, because the air here is thick, not with fog, but with time, centuries of it, pressed into the humidity like sap in bark. The walls around you are not smooth. They are textured, like the inside of a conch shell, spiraling upward. But upward is just a word. Here there is no true direction, only the slow pull toward the center, where a column of light waits, not sunlight, not moonlight, something older, something that has always been. You do not walk here. You drift, your body weightless, as if the hollow itself is holding you. Your skin no longer feels like a boundary. It is porous, letting the air in, letting the light through. Tiny motes of warmth brush against you, like pollen on a summer breeze. Each touch leaves a trail of heat, a slow burn that does not hurt, but soothe. The chimes are closer now, not louder, but clearer. Each note lingers in the air, like a finger tracing your spine. You can almost see the wires, thin as spider silk, vibrating with the weight of the wind. The sound is not music, not in the way you know it. It is the shape of sound, the way water takes the shape of its container. The chimes take the shape of your bones. Your breath slows, each exhale longer than the last. The air you release curls into the hollow, mixing with the centuries of breath before yours. You are not alone here, but you are not crowded. The presence is gentle, like the memory of a hand on your shoulder. The column of light at the center pulses, not with urgency, but with patience, as if it has been waiting for you, as if it has always been waiting. The walls of the hollow are not stone, not wood, not any material you know. They are woven, like fabric, but not by hands, by time, by the slow accumulation of moments. You reach out, your fingers brush the surface. It is warm, like skin, like the inside of a living thing, and it breathes with you. The chimes shift, their pitch deepens, not into something heavy, but into something richer, like honey poured over sound. The frequency settles into your chest, not as vibration, but as recognition. Your ribs expand, not from effort, but from ease, as if your body remembers what it is to be held, what it is to be safe. The motes of light grow brighter, not blinding, but illuminating. They drift toward the column of light, as if drawn, as if called. You follow them, not with your feet, but with your attention. The column is not a beam. It is a presence, a living thing, and it welcomes you, not with words, but with warmth. Your eyelids grow heavy, not from exhaustion, but from comfort, as if the hollow is tucking you in. Your thoughts slow, not into confusion, but into clarity. The chimes fade, not into silence, but into the background, like the sound of your own heartbeat, something you no longer need to listen for, because it is always there. The column of light grows wider, not expanding, but revealing itself as if it has been waiting for you to see. You step closer, not with your body, but with your awareness. The light is not white, not gold. It is the color of dawn, but not any dawn you have seen. It is the dawn of a world that has always been. The hollow breathes with you. In, out. The walls rise and fall, like the chest of a great sleeping beast, and you are cradled in its throat. The motes of light settle on your skin, not as weight, but as presence, each one a tiny star, each one a promise that you are not alone. The chimes return, softer now, like a lullaby, each note a question, each pause an invitation. You answer without words. Your breath deepens. Your body relaxes. The hollow holds you, not tightly, but securely. The column of light pulses, once, twice, like a heartbeat, and you realize it is not a column at all. It is a doorway, not to another place, but to another way of being, a way where time does not rush, where breath does not struggle, where the body is not a cage, but a vessel. The motes of light gather around you, forming a cocoon, not to trap you, but to protect you. The chimes fade into the background, becoming the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of the hollow, the rhythm of the world. You do not need to move. You do not need to think. You do not need to do anything at all. The hollow knows what you need. It has always known. The column of light opens wider, not as an invitation, but as an embrace. The warmth spreads from your skin to your bones, from your bones to your breath, from your breath to your thoughts. Your mind grows quiet, not empty, but full of the sound of the chimes, full of the warmth of the light, full of the safety of the hollow. The walls of the hollow soften, not into nothingness, but into possibility. The motes of light drift closer, each one a whisper, each one a promise. You are not falling. You are floating, not into sleep, but into rest. The column of light hums, not with sound, but with presence. It does not ask you to come closer. It does not need to. You are already there. Your body dissolves, not into nothing, but into everything. The chimes are gone now, not because they have stopped, but because they are part of you. The hollow breathes. You breathe. The light shines. You shine. There is no need to hold on. There is no need to let go. There is only this. The slow, steady pulse of the hollow, of the light, of you. The warmth deepens, not as heat, but as comfort. Your eyelids grow heavier, not from fatigue, but from peace. The column of light surrounds you, not as a barrier, but as a cradle. The motes of light settle into your skin, not as decoration, but as connection. You are not asleep. You are not awake. You are somewhere in between, where time does not matter, where breath does not struggle, where the body is not a burden, but a blessing. The hollow hums, not with sound, but with safety. The walls rise and fall, like the tide, like the breath of the world. You do not need to remember. You do not need to forget. You do not need to do anything. The hollow knows. The light knows. The chimes know. The warmth spreads from your skin to your bones, from your bones to your breath, from your breath to your mind. Your thoughts slow, not into confusion, but into clarity. The column of light pulses, once, twice, like a heartbeat, and you realize it is your heartbeat, the hollow's heartbeat, the world's heartbeat. The motes of light drift, not away from you, but into you, each one a whisper, each one a promise. You are not alone. You have never been alone. The chimes return, softer now, like a memory, not of sound, but of safety. The hollow breathes. You breathe. The light shines. You shine. There is warmth here. Elias West here, your guide through the hollow at the heart of the spire. The air around you is not empty. It is thick, like warm honey, suspended in the space between your thoughts. You do not move through it. It moves through you. Each breath you take is not a taking, but a receiving. The air fills you, not like a vessel, but like a sponge. Slowly, so slowly, that you can feel the weight of each molecule pressing against the inside of your lungs. Your spine begins to remember something ancient, something older than bones. It remembers roots, not the roots you see in the earth, but roots made of stillness. They do not grow downward. They grow inward, into the hollow spaces between your vertebrae, where the air is even thicker, where the resonance of the anchor hums just below hearing. You feel the first tendril, not as a physical thing, but as a shift in pressure, like the moment before a storm, when the air itself seems to lean closer, The roots are not solid. They are made of the same thick air, the same warm honey. They coil around your spine, not to hold you, but to remind you that you are already held. You feel the texture of them, not with your fingers, but with the inside of your ribs, where your breath brushes against them, like silk against skin. Each inhale pulls them tighter, not in a way that restricts, but in a way that connects. The light here is not light as you know it. It does not shine. It does not illuminate. It simply is. A presence, like the hum of the resonance. You feel it on your skin, not as warmth, but as a gentle pressure, as if the air itself has become slightly heavier where the light touches. Your eyelids grow heavy, not from sleep, but from the weight of seeing. You do not need to open your eyes to know the light is there. You feel it in the way your breath slows, in the way your thoughts begin to dissolve. The light is not white. It is not gold. It is the color of held breath, the color of time suspended. You feel it turning into energy, not in your skin, but beneath it, in the layer where your body meets the air, where the roots of your spine have begun to spread. You feel the first pulse, a slow, deep thrum, like the resonance of the anchor, but softer, like the echo of an echo. It vibrates through the roots, through your bones, through the thick air in your lungs. Your breath begins to change, not because you command it, but because the air commands you. It is no longer something you take in. It is something that takes you in. You feel the shift in your chest, the way your ribs expand, not outward, but inward, as if your lungs are remembering their true shape, the shape they had before you were born, the shape they will have long after you are gone. You feel the first true inhale, not of air, but of time, thick, slow, endless. The wind here is not wind as you know it. It does not rush. It does not howl. It moves like the tide, slow, inevitable. You feel it before you hear it. A shift in the density of the air, a change in the way the light presses against your skin. It brushes against your face, not like a breeze, but like a hand made of the same thick air, the same warm honey. It moves over your cheeks, your forehead, the back of your neck, leaving trails of warmth where it touches. You begin to breathe with the tide, not in rhythm, but in harmony. Your inhale does not fight the wind. It joins it. Your exhale does not resist. It surrenders. You feel the first true cycle, not of breath, but of being. The wind moves through you. The roots move through you. The light moves through you. And you move through them, not as separate things, but as one, a single, unbroken flow. The roots are no longer just in your spine. They have begun to spread, not outward, but deeper into the spaces between your cells, into the quiet places where your thoughts used to be. You feel them in your fingertips, not as pressure, but as presence, a reminder that you are not just flesh, but something older, something vast. You feel the first true weight of your body, not as heaviness, but as solidity, as if you have become a mountain, still, unshaken, rooted in the earth, but reaching toward the sky. The light begins to change. It is no longer just on your skin. It is inside you, filling the spaces between the roots. You feel it in your bones, not as brightness, but as warmth, a slow, deep heat, like the first sip of tea on a cold morning, but without the cold, without the morning, just the warmth, just the heat, spreading through you, not from your skin inward, but from your center outward, like a sun rising inside you. You are no longer breathing with the wind. You are the wind. You are the tide. You are the slow, inevitable pull of the moon. You feel the first true shift, not in your body, but in your awareness. You are no longer separate from the hollow. You are the hollow. You are the spire. You are the thick air, the warm honey, the roots, the light, the resonance, You are all of it, and it is all of you, not as a thought, but as a knowing, deep, wordless, true. The roots have reached your heart now, not to change it, but to remind it of what it has always been. You feel the first true beat, not as a pulse, but as a wave, a slow, deep ripple moving through the thick air of your body, through the roots, through the light. It is not your heartbeat. It is the heartbeat of the hollow, the heartbeat of the spire, the heartbeat of the world, and you are part of it, not as a separate thing, but as the space between the beats, as the silence, as the stillness. Your thoughts are no longer thoughts. They are sensations. They are textures. They are the grain of the wood in the walls, the coolness of the air where it touches your skin, the warmth of the light where it fills you. You do not think about the roots. You feel them. You do not think about the wind. You are it. You do not think about the resonance. You are the resonance. Your mind is no longer a place of words. It is a place of knowing, of being, of silence. And in that silence, you hear the first true sound, not with your ears, but with your bones, with your roots, with the thick air in your lungs. The sound is not a sound. It is the absence of sound, filled with presence. It is the hum of the resonance, but deeper, softer, like the echo of an echo of an echo. You feel it in your chest, in your spine, in the roots that have become part of you. It is not a vibration. It is a stillness, a deep, unshaken stillness that moves through you like the tide, like the wind, like the light, and you are part of it, not as a separate thing, but as the space it moves through, as the silence it fills. Your body is no longer your body. It is the hollow. It is the spire. It is the thick air. It is the roots. It is the light. It is the resonance. You feel the first true weight of it, not as heaviness, but as solidity, as as if you have become the mountain, the tree, the ocean. You are vast. You are unmoving. You are the still point at the center of the world, and the world moves around you, not as a separate thing, but as part of you, as the wind in your branches, as the tide in your roots, as the light in your leaves. The roots have reached your mind now, not to change it, but to become part of it. You are already here, already standing at the edge of the moment, where time dissolves into the soft hum of the earth beneath your feet. The ground is not just beneath you. It is within you, rising through the soles of your feet like warm honey, thick and golden, spreading upward through your ankles, your calves, your knees. Each breath you take is not yours alone. It is Gaia Ash breathing with you, her breath a slow, steady rhythm that matches the rise and fall of your chest, as if the air itself is alive, pulsing with the same heartbeat as the soil beneath you. The weight of your body is not a burden. It is an offering, a gentle pressure that the earth welcomes, cradling you as you sink deeper into this single, eternal moment. The air around you is not empty. It is filled with the scent of damp earth after rain, rich and loamy. The kind of smell that carries the memory of roots stretching deep into the soil, of worms moving silently through the dark, of stones holding the quiet wisdom of centuries. Your skin tingles with the faintest brush of wind, cool and soft, like the touch of a leaf drifting past your cheek, carrying with it the whisper of distant trees swaying in unison. Inside your chest, there is a warmth, a slow golden glow that spreads outward from your heart, not as a fire, but as a gentle radiance, like sunlight filtering through the canopy of an ancient forest, dappled and soft. This warmth is not heat. It is comfort, a deep, abiding sense of safety, as if the earth itself has wrapped you in an invisible embrace, holding you close without ever asking you to move. Your mind is not a river churning in place. It is a still pool reflecting the sky above, its surface unbroken by the ripples of thought that once stirred it into chaos. The silt that once clouded the water has settled, sinking slowly to the bottom, leaving the pool clear and calm, so clear that you can see all the way to the depths, where the roots of your being stretched down into the earth, intertwining with the roots of Gaia Ash. Each breath you take now is a ripple that spreads outward, not disturbing the stillness, but deepening it like a stone dropped into the pool, sending circles of calm outward in all directions. The thoughts that once raced through your mind have slowed, each one now a single, gentle note in a vast, quiet symphony. A melody that plays not in your head, but in the space between your heart and the earth. Your feet are not just touching the ground, they are merging with it, the boundary between your skin and the soil blurring, as if the earth is rising up to meet you, welcoming you home. The sensation is not one of sinking, but of being held, as if the ground beneath you is not solid, but soft, like the surface of a moss-covered stone, cool and damp, cradling the shape of your feet. Inside your body, there is a slow, deep pulse, a rhythm that matches the heartbeat of the earth, a steady, reassuring thrum that vibrates through your bones, your muscles, your very cells. This pulse is not loud. It is quiet, like the hum of a tuning fork held close to your ear, a frequency that resonates with the healing vibrations of Gaia Ash, a sound that is not heard, but felt deep in the core of your being. The air around you is not just air. It is alive with the softest of sounds, the kind that exist just at the edge of hearing, like the rustle of grass in a breeze that isn't there, or the distant murmur of a stream hidden beneath the earth. Your ears are not straining to hear these sounds. They are simply there, woven into the fabric of the moment, a gentle backdrop to the quiet hum of your own breath, the slow, steady rise and fall of your chest. Inside your mind, there is no need to listen, no need to focus. These sounds are not separate from you, but a part of you, like the whisper of your own blood moving through your veins, a rhythm that is both yours and the earth's. The silence is not empty. It is full, rich with the presence of Gaia Ash, a silence that is not the absence of sound, but the presence of something deeper, something that exists beyond words, beyond thought. Your hands are not just resting at your sides. They are alive with sensation, each fingertip tingling with the faintest current of energy, like the static charge that lingers after touching a leaf on a dry day. The palms of your hands are warm, not from heat, but from the slow, steady flow of energy moving through them, a current that connects you to the earth, to the air, to the space around you. Inside your chest, there is a sense of expansion, not as if your lungs are filling with air, but as if your heart is opening, widening, like the petals of a flower, unfolding in slow motion, revealing the soft, golden center within. This expansion is not physical, it is emotional, a deep, abiding sense of connection, as if every cell in your body is reaching out, not to grasp, but to merge, to become one with the world around you. The light around you is not bright. It is soft, diffused, like the glow of the sun through a thick canopy of leaves, casting dappled patterns on the ground beneath your feet. Your eyes are not straining to see. There is no need, for the light is not separate from you, but a part of you, a gentle radiance that illuminates the space within and without, revealing the quiet beauty of the moment. Inside your mind, there is no need to focus, no need to interpret. What you see is not an image, but a feeling, a sense of warmth, of safety, of being exactly where you are meant to be. The colors around you are not sharp. They are soft, muted, like the hues of a watercolor painting, blending seamlessly into one another, creating a world that is not defined by edges, but by flow. Your breath is not just air moving in and out. It is a bridge, a connection between you and Gaia Ash. Each inhale drawing in the healing frequencies of the earth. Each exhale releasing the resistance that once held you back. The air you breathe is not just oxygen. It is energy, a slow, steady current that moves through you, carrying with it the vibrations of the earth, the soft hum of the soil, the quiet song of the roots beneath your feet. Inside your chest, there is a sense of release, not as if something is leaving you, but as if something is returning, a part of you that has always been there, waiting to be remembered. This release is not a loss. It is a homecoming, a deep, abiding sense of peace, as if the river of your mind has finally remembered how to flow, carrying you gently toward the ocean of stillness within. The weight of your body is not a burden. It is an anchor, a steady presence that grounds you in this moment, in this place, in this deep, abiding connection with Gaia Ash. Your muscles are not tense. They are soft, relaxed, like the petals of a flower at dawn, heavy with dew, yet light with the promise of the day to come. Inside your bones, there is a sense of solidity, not as if they are rigid, but as if they are strong, like the roots of an ancient tree, reaching deep into the earth, holding you steady, holding you safe. This solidity is not hardness. It is strength, a quiet, unshakable confidence, as if the earth itself is holding you, cradling you, reminding you that you are never alone, thoughts that once churned in your mind have slowed, each one now a single, gentle note in a vast, quiet symphony. A melody that plays not in your head, but in the space between your heart and the earth. Your mind is not empty. It is full, rich with the presence of Gaia Ash, a stillness that is not the absence of thought, but the presence of something deeper, something that exists beyond words, beyond the need to name or define. Inside your chest, there is a sense of spaciousness, not as if your heart is expanding, but as if the boundaries of your being are dissolving, merging with the world around you, becoming one with the earth, the air, the light. This spaciousness is not emptiness. It is wholeness, a deep, abiding sense of completeness, as if you have finally arrived, not at a destination, but at the center of your own being. The air around you is thick with the scent of damp earth, rich and loamy, the kind of smell that carries the memory of roots stretching deep into the soil, of worms moving silently through the dark, of stones holding the quiet wisdom of centuries. Your skin is alive with the faintest brush of wind, cool and soft, like the touch of a leaf drifting past your cheek, carrying with it the whisper of distant trees swaying in unison. Inside your chest, the warmth spreads outward, not as a fire, but as a gentle radiance, like sunlight filtering through the canopy of an ancient forest, dappled and soft, filling you with a deep, abiding sense of safety. This warmth is not heat, it is comfort, a slow, golden glow that wraps around you, as if the earth itself has woven a blanket of light to hold you close, to remind you that you are home. Your feet are not just touching the ground, they are becoming part of it, the boundary between your skin and the soil blurring, as if the earth is rising up to meet you, welcoming you into its embrace. The sensation is not one of sinking, but of being held, as if the ground beneath you is not solid, but soft, like the surface of a moss, covered stone, cool and damp, cradling the shape of your feet. Inside your body, the pulse deepens, a rhythm that matches the heartbeat of the earth, a steady, reassuring thrum that vibrates through your bones, your muscles, your very cells. This pulse is not loud. It is quiet, like the hum of a tuning fork held close to your ear, a frequency that resonates with the healing vibrations of Gaia Ash, a sound that is not heard, but felt deep in the core of your being. The light around you shifts, not in brightness, but in quality, as if the sun has dipped below the horizon, leaving behind a soft, golden glow that lingers in the air like the last notes of a song, fading into silence. Your eyes are not straining to see. There is no need, for the light is not separate from you, but a part of you, a gentle radiance that illuminates the space within and without, revealing the quiet beauty of the moment. Inside your mind, there is no need to focus, no need to interpret. What you see is not an image, but a feeling, a presence that simply is. And now, as the words begin to soften, like the edges of a dream at dawn, you can feel the resonance humming gently beneath them, a steady, unchanging presence, like the quiet heartbeat of the earth itself. It doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. It doesn't need to demand your attention to work its magic, because this healing, this deep, quiet restoration is already woven into the fabric of your being. The images that once filled your mind, the thoughts that once carried weight, they're dissolving now, not with force, but with kindness, like sugar melting into warm tea, leaving behind only the sweetness, only the comfort. You don't need to hold onto anything, not even the words, because the resonance remembers for you, the peace remembers for you, and it will keep working long after the last syllable has faded. Imagine for a moment that you're lying on a bed of soft moss in a forest so ancient it has forgotten time. The air is cool and still, carrying the faintest scent of rain that fell hours ago. Above you, the canopy of leaves is so thick, so perfectly woven, that the sunlight filters through in golden threads, touching your skin like a blessing. Not too bright, not too warm, just enough to remind you that light exists, even in the quietest places. And beneath you, the earth is firm, but yielding, cradling your body as if it were made to hold you exactly this way, as if it has been waiting for you to arrive, to rest, to let go. The resonance here is different, not a sound you hear, but a vibration you feel deep in your bones, like the hum of a distant waterfall, or the low thrum of a cat's purr when it's curled against your chest. It doesn't ask for anything. It doesn't rush. It simply is, and in its being, it reminds you that you can be too, without effort, without struggle, without needing to prove anything. This is the kind of peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. It doesn't fade when the world outside feels loud or uncertain, because it's not something you find. It's something you carry, like the way your lungs know how to breathe without instruction, like the way your heart keeps beating without conscious thought. This peace is already part of you, waiting patiently for you to remember. And the more you return to this feeling, the more familiar it becomes, the more it feels like coming home, not to a place, but to a state of being, where everything is exactly as it should be. Because home isn't just a location, it's a sensation, a deep, unshakable knowing that you are safe, that you are held, that you are exactly where you need to be. And this, right here, right now, is that sensation, that knowing, that home. Think of the way a child falls asleep in a parent's arms, not because they're told to, but because they trust completely that they will be kept safe. There's no hesitation, no second guessing, just a slow, inevitable surrender to the comfort of being held, to the certainty that nothing bad can happen while they're there. And that's what this is. Not a command, not a demand, but an invitation to remember what it feels like to be that child again, to let go of the need to control, to analyze, to resist, because the resonance doesn't need your effort to work. It doesn't need your permission to heal. It simply flows, like water finding its way through the cracks in stone, softening the edges, smoothing the rough places. And the more you allow it, the more natural it becomes, like breathing, like dreaming, like the quiet rhythm of your own heartbeat. You might notice now how your body feels heavier, not in a way that's uncomfortable, but in a way that's deeply satisfying, like sinking into a mattress that's been waiting for you all day. Your limbs feel warm, your muscles soften, your breath slows, not because you're forcing it, but because your body knows what to do when it's given the chance to rest. And the resonance, that gentle hum, it's still there, still working, still reminding you that you don't have to do anything, that you don't have to be anything other than exactly who you are in this moment. Because who you are is enough, more than enough. And this peace, this deep, quiet restoration, it's yours, always. It doesn't belong to anyone else. It doesn't depend on anything outside of you. It's simply here, waiting for you to notice, to sink into, to let it hold you. Imagine now that you're floating on the surface of a calm lake. The water is so still, it mirrors the sky perfectly. So clear, you can see the stones and plants beneath you, swaying gently with the current. The sun is warm on your skin, but not too hot, just enough to make you feel alive, just enough to remind you that you're part of something vast and beautiful. And the resonance here is the water itself, supporting you, cradling you, carrying you effortlessly, so that you don't have to swim, you don't have to struggle. You can simply float. And as you float, you realize that the lake has always been here, that it's always been waiting for you, that it's always been ready to hold you exactly this way. And the more you let it, the more you trust it, the deeper the peace becomes. This is the kind of rest that doesn't just refresh the body. It nourishes the soul. It reminds you that you are not separate from the world, but deeply, inextricably connected to it. Like the roots of a tree, reaching deep into the earth, drawing up the water and the minerals it needs to grow, without effort, without struggle. You too are connected to the earth, to the sky, to the quiet hum of the universe itself. And that connection is what sustains you, what heals you, what reminds you that you are never truly alone. Because even when the words fade, even when the resonance softens, that connection remains, a steady, unchanging thread, linking you to something greater than yourself. And that thread is always there, always waiting, always ready to guide you back to this peace whenever you need it. You might feel now how your mind is quieter, how the thoughts that once raced through it have slowed, like leaves settling on the surface of that calm lake. They're still there, but they're not demanding your attention. They're not pulling you in different directions. They're simply resting, floating, letting the water hold them. And the resonance, that gentle hum, it's still there too, still working, still reminding you that you don't have to engage with every thought, that you don't have to follow every distraction, because your mind knows how to rest, just as your body does. And when you give it permission, it will settle, it will soften, it will let go. And in that letting go, you find a deeper kind of clarity, a quiet knowing that everything is exactly as it should be. Think of the way a cat stretches out in a sunbeam, not because it's told to, but because it knows instinctively that the warmth is good for it, that the rest is necessary. There's no guilt, no hesitation, just a slow, deliberate surrender to the comfort of the moment, to the simple pleasure of being. And that's what this is, not a luxury, not an indulgence, but a necessity, a deep, primal need to rest, to heal, to reconnect with the quiet parts of yourself that know how to thrive. Because the resonance doesn't just soothe the surface, it reaches deeper into the places that have been waiting for this kind of care, this kind of attention. And the more you allow it, the more those places begin to soften, to open, to remember what it feels like to be held. You might notice now how your breath has become slower, deeper, more rhythmic, like the tide rolling in and out, effortless, unhurried. Each inhale brings in a wave of calm. Each exhale carries away a little more tension, a little more of what no longer serves you. And the resonance, that gentle hum, it's still there, still working, still reminding you that you don't have to force anything, that you don't have to rush, because your body knows how to breathe, just as it knows how to heal, how to rest, how to find its way back to balance. And the more you trust it, the more natural it becomes, like the rhythm of the ocean, like the turning of the seasons. Imagine now that you're wrapped in a blanket so soft it feels like a cloud, so warm it melts away every last bit of chill. It's not too heavy, not too light, just the perfect weight to make you feel held, to make you feel safe, to make you feel like nothing can disturb this moment. And the resonance here is the blanket itself, woven from threads of comfort, of safety, of deep, unshakable peace. It doesn't ask for anything in return. It doesn't demand your attention. It simply is. And in its being, it reminds you that you are loved, that you are cared for, that you are exactly where you need to be. And the more you let it hold you, the more you sink into its warmth, the more you realize that this is where you belong. This is the kind of peace that doesn't just last for a moment. It lingers. It stays with you, like the scent of lavender on your pillow, like the memory of a favorite song. It doesn't disappear when the words end. It doesn't fade when the resonance softens, because it's not dependent on anything outside of you. It's yours, always, waiting for you to return to it whenever you need it, whenever you want to remember what it feels like to be held, to be safe, to be at peace. And the more you come back to this feeling, the more familiar it becomes, the more it feels like a part of you, like a second home. Because peace isn't something you visit, it's something you carry. You might feel now how your body feels heavier, how your muscles have softened, how your breath has deepened. It's not because you're forcing it. It's because your body knows what to do when it's given the chance to rest, when it's reminded that it's safe, that it's held. And the resonance, that gentle hum. It's still there, still working, still reminding you that you don't have to do anything, that you don't have to be anything other than exactly who you are in this moment. Because who you are is enough, more than enough, and this peace, this deep, quiet restoration, it's yours, always. It doesn't belong to anyone else. It doesn't depend on anything outside of you. It's simply here, waiting for you to notice, to sink into, to let it hold you. Think of the way a baby falls asleep in its mother's arms, not because it's told to, but because it trusts completely that it will be kept safe. There's no fear, no hesitation, just a slow, inevitable surrender to the comfort of being held, to the certainty that nothing bad can happen while it's there. And that's what this is. Not a command, not a demand, but an invitation to remember what it feels like to be that baby again, to let go of the need to control, to analyze, to resist, because the resonance doesn't need your effort to work. It doesn't need your permission to heal. It simply flows, like water finding its way through the cracks in stone, softening the edges, smoothing the rough places. And the more you allow it, the more natural it becomes, like breathing, like dreaming, like the quiet rhythm of your own heartbeat. You might notice now how your mind is quieter, how the thoughts that once raced through it have slowed, like clouds drifting across a summer sky. They're still there, but they're not demanding your attention. They're not pulling you in different directions. They're simply floating, carried by the gentle current of your breath. And the resonance, that gentle hum, it's still there too, still working, still reminding you that you don't have to engage with every thought, that you don't have to follow every distraction, because your mind knows how to rest, just as your body does. And when you give it permission, it will settle, it will soften, it will let go. And in that letting go, you find a deeper kind of clarity, a quiet knowing that everything is exactly as it should be. Imagine now that you're lying on a bed of soft grass in a meadow so vast it stretches beyond what your eyes can see. The sun is warm on your skin. The breeze is gentle, carrying the scent of wildflowers and distant rain. And the resonance here is the earth beneath you, firm, steady, unchanging, holding you up without effort, without struggle. It doesn't ask for anything in return. It doesn't demand your attention. It simply is, and in its being, it reminds you that you are safe, that you are held, that you are exactly where you need to be. And the more you let it hold you, the more you sink into its warmth, the more you realize that this is where you belong. This is the kind of peace that doesn't just refresh the body. It nourishes the soul. It reminds you that you are not separate from the world, but deeply, inextricably connected to it, like the roots of a tree, reaching deep into the earth, drawing up the water and the minerals it needs to grow, without effort, without struggle. You too are connected to the earth, to the sky, to the quiet hum of the universe itself. And that connection is what sustains you, what heals you, what reminds you that you are never truly alone. Because even when the words fade, even when the resonance softens, that connection remains, a steady, unchanging thread, linking you to something greater than yourself. And that thread is always there, always waiting, always ready to guide you back to this peace whenever you need it. Think of the way a candle flickers in a quiet room, not because it's told to, but because that's what candles do. And just like that flame, you don't need to force this peace. It simply exists, waiting for you to notice, waiting for you to return. Drift softly. The quiet remembers you.